Und hallo willkommen zurück bei Honkai und wir machen hier weiter mit dem Echo des Albtraums. Große Kluft des namenlosen Titanen. Let's go. So, was haben wir denn hier? Da ist jemand versteckt. Erstmal eine Käfer mitnehmen. Und die Kiste.
Just use that thing over there, Zag.
Make sure you keep it safe.
What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand.
Hier die Brücke bauen.
I want to make something with it.
Ziehen wir weiter. Hier ist nichts und da ist nichts. Gut.
Herta's Big Hand is what I call power. Keep it going. Still not done? What is this? A junkyard for old Intellitrons leftovers? Oh, all set. Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Oh, a classic nuclear heat engine.
Just a personal preference. Her name...
Every flower in your garden's got a bit of poison, huh?
Also a personal preference.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled, but yours is way too clean. Not even a hint of...
Herta, your tone is unusually emotional. Suggestion. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables. Especially the most. Iron Tomb never stops. It is evolving faster than any of our worst projections. Every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos. Every move humanity makes.
Which is exactly why we can't mess this up. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived, it meant another bloodbath.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, you and I are supposed to be players. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to know. Are you with me?
Of course. Time to board. After you.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge really is. Let's hope this Matrix is better organized than the Emperor's junkyard of a birthplace. Buckle up. We're hacking in. This is...
Herta, this whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? What's that up ahead?
Katorzane algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not defense.
So basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find the handle.
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one.
Warte.
Make sure you keep it safe. I want to make something with it. But what to make?
Untersuchen.
Almost no response. Just as I feared. Not promised.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. Xander erased all, but I did find some interesting scars in the surface. High energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name, Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire set.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace, but he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the Nameless Titan? Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Filiate 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's...
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan. The one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cyrene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The Nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to steal the...
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this?
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the Demiurge.
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen all point to the opposite. So we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
the truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final key. Time to crack... Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
All right, let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Wir wollten aus nachgucken. Und hey, doch, hier ist noch was. Hier ist noch was zum Mitnehmen. Aha. Jetzt können wir losfliegen.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The erudition declining. The remembrance 0.
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible trace.
That shouldn't be possible. Log it for now. The dots still aren't connecting.
Ja, machen wir gleich. Wir müssen nochmal hier nachgucken. Erstmal noch ein wenig nachschauen. Da ist die Kiste.
Wider than I thought. I was expecting a full-on aerial brawl.
It's advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising.
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the exo-myth. Okay.
Schon mal nicht. Ach, nicht so. So ist das richtig.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this...
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is the entrance to the...
I didn't expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble? Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. But that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion. Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no...
So now he's a specter. Literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be...
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the demiurge.
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it...
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1. We've never lost a match.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchor's in place.
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. Xander is still here. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known shielding technology.
It's his domain. Stay. Cheap trick. We're back.
Reverse engineering complete. The results are not what I... Logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix because
So he's stopped resisting?
before vanishing, it seems he left one last message for us.
To those who follow, all is proven.
Melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he...
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let...
To be in the purest light is to be in the purest dark. Nothing.
The Scepter's mainframe. Or maybe we should now call it the
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything?
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation, or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself, just choosing to act, even if it'll cost him dearly. And we know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a care to share.
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time. Yet, they were mistaken for someone else. That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice them.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the battle at all.
Well, at least Xandar is scared of them. Come on, it's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombstone he talked about. What a mess. Total devastation.
He sought to bury the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthless and extreme.
Still, slim chances doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan.
Looks like you were right.
Eine Kiste.
Make sure you keep it safe.
Hier ist nichts mehr.
Nothing but a head left? Well, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
I elated. Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you...
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt, or...?
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery, and also to congratulate the conclusion regarding the truth.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge, and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the memo snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been now. The perfect vessel has already fused.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the...
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth as we reveal the truth behind Felius 093's
But where should I start with the story about me? From the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphorius, and time became its branches and leaves, basking in the light. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. On a very ordinary early morning, beneath the village's biggest tree, the daughter of Einiges quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecy's fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears, she was born to be the priest of time. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending, flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Orynyx. Anyway, I don't like tea. Time quietly flowed by, in the midst of laughter. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off to knock. But the name Einiges came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? The world was gentle to me. But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up, to grow bigger and bigger, just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternity. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You definitely heard me. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? The hero's journey crosses through the long night, through tears and laughter, and once again heads towards tomorrow.
Correction. Philia 093's record, number 496. Archived.
Hi. Miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have... And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Philia 09.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete. 0, 9, 3. Size. Grayscale. Proportions. Threshold outputting analysis result. Philia 093 equals Peach's record. Number 8128. Archive.
Query.
Electrical signal sequence. Bolamos 600. Track. Strife.
Related to. Comment.
Electrical signal sequence. Schema 720. Track.
Related to. Reason. Comment.
Electrical signal sequence. Philia 093.
Related to. Love.
Also, nächstes.
Formatting progress 94.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting.
Conclusion. Progress. Bad. Peach. Don't cry.
Process error. Process error.
Comment.
Process error. Analyze.
Really? Are you... Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this in...
Record. Peach doesn't like tears.
I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. When I was hiding alone next to the tree hollow and wiping my tears away, a little fairy popped out, just like how you did. It had long ears and fluffy paws, and it pulled me into the tree hollow, where, to my surprise, was a forest. Let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in Einiges forests. Their names can be connected into a song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Formatting complete.
By Peach note. Little Peach, crying alone. Little fairies, friends. Peach, memory, saved. Little fairies, good friends. Bye-bye.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
Me! Speaking easy.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment.
Shh. You speak. I listen. This time, too. Sitting together.
Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental.
Sentimental. Stories have sentiments.
I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny and find the way out of this maze.
Peach, strange.
But I won't do that anymore now.
Why unhappy?
Formatting progress 73.
I'm here. Don't be scared.
Process
Don't be
error.
scared.
Analyzing.
Won't allow it to interrupt you. Always.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Blank spaces. What's that?
I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the deliverer, I've always had you here as an...
Isn't that already enough?
Not enough, not enough. Peach, don't leave.
Now I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Peach left.
If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Needs new blank spaces. Next, Cyrene has blank space. Oh, Peach, don't be scared. I'll help you find blank.
Don't be scared.
Cyrene is Peach, is love. So, first there is love, then there is Cyrene, then there is blank space. Query, love.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Though not having a consciousness means not having the foundations of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotion.
Consciousness, emotions, feel sad. Oh, don't understand. Query, Cyrene?
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Amphorius's dawn in the next life?
Key, door, story, happy, Peach, Cyrene, little fairy, Mike, yes, right, query, memory. Wow. Peaches, memories, save, learn.
The prophecy's fulfilled. This child is a gift from the gods.
Pink hair and those ears. She was born to be the priest of time.
Cyrene has pink hair, sharp ears.
You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning.
Cry, child. Cry aloud. Let your voice reach Oryx.
Cyrene is a girl, a priest. Easy, I can.
Anyway, I don't like tears. But the name Aedes Elysiae came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. Yet, you always seem so happy, as if nothing ever worried you.
Cyrene doesn't like tears. Always happy.
Of course, because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well.
Cyrene is gentle, likes beautiful things, can write stories. Easy, I can. can.
Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey.
But even if all is lost to the wind, some things won't easily change. Like my height, Treeby's innocence, and Aglaya's beauty.
Cyrene. She can't grow up, but she can talk. After all is lost to the wind, Cyrene is, at the end of every sentence, always laughing. Simple.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey. So, come on, cheer up.
Cyrene was crying when she was born. Fragile Cyrene was smiling when she said goodbye. The later memories disappeared? Ah, I got it! Is this a blank space? So, next Cyrene is then... As long as there are two Cyrenes, then there will always be blank space. And I see! I get it! I get it all! Cyrene's memories. I will!
So weird. I can't see you, but I get this feeling that you grew up.
Hi. Miss me yet?
It just feels like you are a bit more mature.
Yes. Mature. Beautiful. Like you. Now, I can listen, talk, read, and write. I can dance. Also, I can tell stories. Storytelling is what makes. So, I'm going to tell you stories today. A story I wrote myself. Quick.
It's almost as if I can understand your words now. The things you say are very...
Once upon a time, there was a flawless crystal flower that sparkled with light. How beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? A little fairy was curious and wanted to know. But it looked and looked only to find the crystal flower flawless. Round and round they went, seeing only in that case they should work hard to learn more. So the little fairy came every day to sit next to the crystal flower and think about the answer. Until one day, to their surprise, the crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. The little fairy was so sad, but they immediately discovered that there was a light among the broken pieces. What could it be? But it was a good light. It was bright, warm, and happy, and I knew it was love. Love brings everything together, and it brought you and me together. So Peach and I will...
What a nice fairy tale.
I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things, can write stories, and can tell lovely tales. I hope to turn it into a story we write together.
Okay, then I'll probably make a small adjustment to suit. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead see nothing on the... Then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart. Nor does the flower understand...
Doesn't have a heart? Doesn't understand...
It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurities, and would no longer be flawless. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off, and bloomed in solitude. That's why it looks so brilliant in an imperfect. But should a flower like this be called love?
But then... the story won't exist any...
That's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground, and it happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate. Then, the little fairy will see that each shard on the ground holds the Then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart.
Peach's words... I don't understand. Is it... But it's fine. I can learn. Right.
Electrical signal sequence, Philia 09.
Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can ask Peach to teach me.
Electrical signal sequence, Philia 0.
That's... not...
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundation of a heart, making them unable to obtain real. However, that does not hinder the factors from learning and recognizing emotional responses, then communicating with life forms via imitation. That is an objective form of pattern recognition that does not distinguish between the self and the other. In a strange twist of fate, Philia 093 embarked upon a different path, the remembrance, an empathy mechanism focused on the self and equipped with lament was the factor closest to this form of behavior. Perhaps that was why she was chosen.
The daughter of Ide Silicii. I am very true to my name. My lament is a type of compassionate pain that is weak. But now, my good friend, I want to tell you that it's the most romantic force. Sometimes it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle, yet wanting to be seen in a more beautiful form by the world. Sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, yet wanting to remember the past in a more beautiful way. And sometimes it's a bottomless well of hurt, a destruction that can stain the entire world. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, unwilling to become the Black Tide's vessel. For while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno, lament can drown out everything in me. It's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart, and love did not yet exist in this world, only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain of separation, could stall the destruction steps. Then, it would catch up to that journey where all is lost, carefully picking out stories and writing them down. Look at these stories I wrote. Every page is full of tenderness and joy. But only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks away its scars and smiles for all to see. My entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't breathe. But maybe, in these unchanging retellings of the story, my lament might be able to touch. I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear. Warm, and when that tear would fall and create the first ripple, then people would see every beautiful thing reflected in that ripple. It'll be all the remembrances within this story. Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Emphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor.
Oh gut, dann was ist hier aber jetzt für die Folge? Und man sieht sie nächste Woche wieder. Bis dann, ciao.